Game 2.
Yeah, that, I'm sure...
Or Game 3.
Yeah, I'm sure Michael Tabler not happy. Once again, just not happy about that. He knows he had the match, and that was a pretty big mistake. But of course, I think the true sign of a strong player here is just the ability to shake that off. Okay, I made a big mistake. I threw away a game. Whatever. I got more games to play.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, that's a very important sort of skill ability to have in tournament Magic play is, you know, not to go on tilt from that, not to beat yourself up about it, to just, you know, play one game at a time and focus on what you're doing right now rather than what happened 10 minutes ago.
Right, exactly. I mean, because people make mistakes, like it happens. We were talking how, you know, even in the finals of the Pro Tour last week, we felt Josh Layton might have made a mistake in the finals, you know? So it happens, and you just have to recover from that and keep playing.
So we were talking, I was talking last night about what the top 4 matchups would look like depending on how the bracket played out. We have a blue-black mirror in the other semifinals, and it seemed, among people I talked to, it seemed like a pretty universal consensus that if Chris Lewis won this semifinal match, he would most likely be the champion.
Yep.
Temper Steel is notoriously difficult for blue-black control to beat, especially since many blue-black control decks have moved back toward go for the throat rather than Doomblade. So if Chris Lewis can take this 4th game, he has a very good chance of raising the trophy.
Where if Michael Tabler wins, things will be a lot closer. I mean, mono red versus blue black, I think it's pretty close.
It definitely mono red versus blue black is a matchup that has a lot of possibility for either deck to win, though the Temper Steel blue black matchup a little more lopsided.
So I got here this morning and talked to Sean Long, who's playing in the other semifinal matchup right now, or rather he was.
I did just hear some clapping.
Yeah, and I asked him, well, how do you feel about your matchup? He said it was almost unwinnable. I asked him why. I was like, blue-black control mirrors. He was like, there's really a lot of things going on. He was like, my opponent has blood gas. After sideboarding, I don't have any blood gas. He said it's the absolute breaker. You just can't deal with it.
Yeah, blood gas is a very, very powerful card against control decks. In particular, the blue-black mirror, which has nothing that stops them other than, until you get the Grave Titan, nothing does anything against the blood gas.
And so Dustin Flora takes down Sean Long. Apparently the match went turn 1 Inquisition. Only card I can take, blood gas.
Oh God.
So.
And that's not a situation where you can fail to find.
Yeah. So he took a blood gas, then his opponent untapped to cast a second blood gas. So that was that.
So Michael Tabler starts things off with the very important Grim Lavamancer. Chris Lewis looks to have
more traditional draw. Opal, Ornithopter.
Ooh, oh my.
Nexus. Tap.
Signal
Pest.
Do we have a dispatch here?
Oh, wow.
Glinthawk.
Wow,
this is like a modern affinity draw.
Yeah, Frogmite Grape Shot.
Seriously. I don't think Grape Shot was in many affinity decks.
No, you don't think so? Now, this is exactly what we were just talking about, where if they unload all their guys fast, Red can use Forkbolt, Arc Trail, etc. And
do we have Land Tempered Steel? That's really what the question of the hour is. And that's
only
2 mana Spellskite.
I mean, it's a good one, but
I mean, here we have an army of 0 power creatures. That's not really an army that instills much fear in enemies.
Of course, Chris Lewis is just 1 Temper Steel away from shifting totally the
Not yet.
Spellskite is really interesting against the cards like Forkbolt and Arc Trail. The way it actually interacts is if you play Arc Trail targeting Spellskite and another creature, you can't redirect both targets to Spellskite, and if you Forkbolt 2 creatures, you can't redirect both targets to Spellskite because Spellskite is already one of the targets.
Right.
And the Arc Trail you have to choose.
The Arc Trail it works similarly with Inferno Titan. If Inferno Titan targets 3 creatures, one of them being Spellskite, nothing can be redirected.
Right.
2 creatures, one of them being Spellskite, nothing can be redirected.
So
that Spellskite does go down.
Michael Tabler uses a combination of Searing Blaze and Grim Lavamancer to eat up that Spellskite. Also drops Chris Lewis to 17. So it's kind of interesting how those cards play Spellskite. To give you a little bit of play there. Chris Lewis going on the poison plan. Haven't seen any poison damage dealt, but this will be the first. Michael Tabler goes up to 1 poison. Michael Tabler draws. Let's see, I think his hand is Grim Lava Mancer. Maybe there's a Manic Vandal in there too. Vandalize Chris Lewis. Oh, it's Chandra's Phoenix.
Okay.
I think it might have been what I saw.
That will come down and start getting some damage in.
And
so Chris Lewis
saying Chris Lewis sitting at 15.
in need of a Tempered Steel.
Yep. And if he draws a steal, the game is that's
this
3.
is 3 mana. And there it is. Tempered Steel comes down for Chris Lewis. And will we see this game turn around?
That's 4 credit games for
All right. Boom. Getcha. So Chris Lewis has 1 card in hand, I believe. It could be a Refraction Trap that we saw in one of the previous games. Take down everything.
Alright.
So Manic Vandal takes out one of the Ornithopters.
Alright, well that's one way to fight a Tempered Steel. But still 3/3 Ink Moth Nexus.
That Nexus is lethal in 3 attacks.
Yeah.
Though Chris Lewis is only at 15 life.
Chris got in the ever so crucial 1 point of poison off that Ink Moth Nexus to make it only 3 attacks.
It does make the clock much faster. It takes a full turn off.
Attacks with the Lava Mancer, looks like. It's going to chop Chris Lewis slightly down to 14. Little karate chop from the Lava Man there. And then just going to shift the turn, I think.
Interesting. Is he just wants to block Ornithopter? Or does he want to block Ink Moth Nexus?
Yeah, I think probably blocking Ink Moth Nexus is more likely. Of course, if he'd also just be a trap. Chris could activate the Nexus. Michael Tabler could then go for a Lightning Bolt on it. Now, Chris Lewis could have a Refraction Trap too.
Both coming in. Chris Lewis not fearing any damage coming from Michael Tabler.
All right, Michael Tabler drops to 14.
So the game is even here. Both players 14 life.
One with Tempered Steel, though, that makes a huge difference. Michael Tabler.
The other with a whole lot more cards.
Certainly true. Michael Tabler has a lot of options in his hand. The question is, what is hiding out there? I think I see a Lava Mancer. I don't know what else.
The second Lava Mancer doesn't do very much. A Shrine of Burning Rage.
Well, that'll help a little. Maybe.
It's a little slow. Chris Lewis, it does have quite a bit of pressure on both fronts, poison and damage. Michael Tabler just coming in for 3.
So Chris Lewis is going to drop to 11 there.
And there's another Lava Mancer.
I'll put a counter on the Shrine of Burning Rage. Now Chris on his turn can serve in for 2 with the Thopter, 3 with the Poison Man.
He might want to hold back that Ornithopter.
Yeah,
that Ornithopter is now holding off a lot more damage than it's doing.
Yeah, I mean Chris might end up trading Ornithopter for Manic Vandal plus a Lava Mancer activation, but I don't think he can profitably attack here. I mean, that's quite a bit of damage coming in from Chris on Chris Lewis next turn, unless Chris, of course, if Chris just draws an artifact creature.
3rd Lava Mancer, and we have a powered up Shrine. So Shrine is going to be at 3 next turn, which means that it can take down Ink Moth Nexus if need be.
So you got the Lava Man triplets here, and fighting down Chris Lewis. Good old 1/1 beatdown.
So Chris Lewis still has 2 cards in hand.
One of the Refraction Trap. That's been the key card so far.
Michael Tabler's board actually lets him play around Refraction Trap relatively well. He doesn't need to actually cast a red spell to.
Right, and he's got those Lava Mancers, which only do 1 point of damage for the most part. Manic Vandal dealing 2. Activates Ink Moth Nexus, going to serve in for Trace.
So 3 poison, putting Michael Tabler to 4 poison, 2 more Ink Moth hits, and that will be all she wrote. Shrine goes to 3 counters, and now Michael Tabler not only has a reasonable answer to the Nexus, but also has a lot of burn he could throw at Chris Lewis's face.
Yeah.
He has the Tree of Lavamancers, though only 2 cards in his yard, and then that Shrine, which is getting more and more deadly as the turns progress.
Yeah, I mean, with that Shrine, I mean, if Chris probably has to attack with Nexus just to force Mike to blow the Shrine. Otherwise, the Shrine's just going to kill him.
So, looks like Michael is sending in 2 of the Lavamancers, along with that Manic Vandal. Now, Chris Lewis, still 2 cards in hand. Blocks the Manic Vandal, takes 2 from the Lavamancers, goes to 9 life. And now, will Michael Tabler use his Lavamancer activation to kill the Ornithopter, or is he saving it for Chris's face?
I think I'd probably kill the Ornithopter here. Just get it out of the way.
Well, I mean, the math on this race is actually pretty tough.
Yeah, I mean, once again, Michael Taylor has been playing pretty tight, save for the game he threw away. Other than that, he's been playing very tight, though. And, I mean, made one error, but he's been calculating out all of his damage, making sure that he can do exactly what it takes to...
So if he Lavamancers the Ornithopter, that means he can get in with all of his Lavamancers next turn.
Yeah.
Which will put Chris to 6 life. But if he just says go, yeah, he's just saying go, which I think is totally reasonable. I think that Ornithopter doesn't represent a huge threat. He has that Shrine that's ticking up that can possibly just kill Chris on its own, as well as the Lavamancers that he just go to the face with. So he isn't really scared of that Ornithopter.
Fair enough.
I think Chris, even if his Nexus is going to die here, needs to send it in and sort of hope that it gets hit by that Shrine.
Yeah, I think Chris has to attack just to draw that Shrine out.
I mean, if he has another land, he can play a land and threaten Refraction Trap, but it does not look like he does.
There's
Plays Memnite and says go.
Memnite passed. Uh-oh. That's inevitability on Michael Tabler's part.
Yeah, that Shrine, I think, I don't know, I think you might have to attack there. Like, it prevents him from, yeah, I think you have to try and draw out that Shrine.
I agree, I think you have to attack there. So it looks like Michael Tabler is now 1 Lavmancer away from losing this game. If he draws his 5th one. He has 4 in play now.
So here's actually just suiciding Lavamancers to get fuel for his other ones.
It's kind of hilarious. Attack, attack. All right, block, block. I understand the jig is up.
So
It's cute.
Oh, is that another Nexus?
There's another Nexus, but I don't think the game's going to go another turn.
Well, he does have, I believe he has, the way that he's played this game, it looks like he has Refraction Trap. So this puts Michael Tabler to 6 poison. He's going to get Lavamanced.
Just ran him to 7, and then Lavamanced. Oh. All right, you just played that Lavamanced. Fair.
Mm-hmm.
So
Shrine is at, is it Shrine 6 counter? So
it's 5 or 6, I think. 5 lands for Michael Tabler.
So he wants to shoot you.
All right,
You can Refraction Trap this for the alternate cost of 4 mana.
The alternate cost of its casting cost. And I think even if he traps it, the Lavamancers are still lethal.
I don't believe so. He's preventing 3 damage, right? So
If the Shrine is for 6, the Lavamancers are lethal. If the Shrine was only for 5, the Lavamancers are lethal.
Yes, I think that's true. That's true. Yes.
So I think the Shrine is on 6, judging by how Michael's played this game.
Yeah. I mean, looking, if he had attacked that turn before, if he had been forced to shrine it, he wouldn't have that shrine here. If Michael had been at 7 poison already, he would have been dead. He would have had to do something to that Inkmoth Nexus.
Right.
I mean, the way that the game progressed, the shrine was able to get big enough that he just could burn him right out.
Yeah, I mean, Chris just handed Michael inevitability. Like, you can't just, when you're at, 10 life or 7 life or something low like that, you can't just let Red pick up their shrine because it's just going to kill you. And that's exactly what Chris Lewis did. And I think this game is Chris Lewis with the realization is dawning on that he might have made a small mistake, and that shrine
Just got too big.
All right, he's going to trap it.
At you.
Trap it, throw it back. I have a response.
So, I'm guessing that was a 6-point shrine.
Yep, and then Law of Mastery twice. That's
And
it.
there it is.
Michael
So
Tabler
Michael
advances to
Tabler
the finals.
Pulls off a squeaker in that last game.
Close. At game 4,
Yeah, game 4.
Michael Tabler takes down. And this is, once again, a big match for Michael Tabler.